He wants to make sure that they're out of range, that they're in the back, so that if those ghosts try and come in and snipe them, which I guess they could do sniping too if they wanted to. EMP can take out several at once, but sniping works too. But if he tries to snipe those Templar, he has to go through a lot of units. And I like these cannons as well, because I was just about to say something he could do is upgrade Cloak and then move in and yeah, personal cloaking not upgraded yet. He does have the energy upgrade for these ghosts though, so they're gonna be able to do a couple EMPs or several sniper rounds if they want to. Anyway, looks like the expansion got shut down over here by the Raven, just planting down some auto turrets. Kind of interesting. Cannon up on top to stop and also scout any drops going on in the back. This map, Xel'Naga Caverns, it's very, very common to see some drops up here. Well, or some auto turrets up here to just kill off probes and what have you. What is going on over here? Okay, the Templar is running around actually in behind here. I'm sorry if I missed that Templar doing anything sneaky, but it looks like he was just warping in units to send them in the back here to storm units on that on these mineral patches. And it looks like ClouD was on top of it and decided to shut it down before it even happened. Observer's still in the base, still seeing exactly what's going on here. I don't know what he's doing with this starport with the reactor on it. I thought he would make maybe a couple medevacs or something like that to heal up his units at least between battles. Going for more units instead. Here comes a major battle going on. Comsats. He comsats the back of the army basically to see where the Templar are so he can get an EMP off if necessary. It looks as if he's EMP'd that group of zealots, and there's a storm going off. Unfortunately, ClouD walking right through it. He's stimmed, and that's why his units are low on health. That's going to make it a lot easier for the Templar to... Oh, no! And there's a storm. He's walking through two more storms. Half of his army taking major damage again, and this is where the medevacs would really be necessary. He needs to get some EMPs. No, actually, no. At this point, he needs to run. He needs to just turn concussive shell and run away because this army is so low on health right now. He needs to get it out of there before it gets stormed again. One more storm will polish it off, and there's the storm killing off another half of his army. Oh my gosh, look at this. Just one tab of units all in the red. Just get out of there. Get some medevacs. Heal up a little bit before you engage again. That is not a place where you want to be. And he used his EMPs on the front of the army, but just wasn't on the spot enough to get EMPs off on those Templar before they stormed him, and that was just absolutely horrific. Here he comes in for the counterattack now, knowing he has an advantage, knowing that army was pretty badly off. EMPs on the main army, but not on the Templar, so Templar are going to be able to storm again. A lot of these units are Marines now, and so they are not going to be able to take very many storms. Going in for, nicely done, doing an EMP on those two Templar. Two Templar are still in the back. It looks like two storms left in the bank. One storm right on that army as they run in. He needs to fall back again. Dude, your Marines are really low on health. Don't tempt fate. He's trying to kill off some more units, but just if there had been another storm in this Templar right here, that would have been curtains for that army. Very, very low on health on about half that army right now. And finally, a couple medevacs out to start healing up these units, which is what he needs. He needs to heal in between battles a little bit there, and make sure that those units count. However, he does have a lot of stuff going for him here. He's got a very decent income because he has this high yield minerals, and he's starting to get up yet another base over here. So even though he's kind of been losing these battles, well, he's been breaking even in the battles, just barely, I guess I would say. But even though he hasn't been, killing off the base, and he's at a little bit of an army disadvantage, he's going to have a major econ disadvantage very shortly. And there we go. Most of his units have been healed back up to green, or they're new. He needs to be careful again of these Templar, though. A couple storms in the mix, and oh, there's one right there. Does not get out of the storm too quickly. Several of his units take a lot of damage, and they're just going to run in, apparently. What's going on here? Single ghost running in, trying to get an EMP off or something. Oh, gets owned. Did not even get an EMP off there. So some lot of back and forth going on. But yeah, ClouD is going to run away with this game very, very soon. He's got a second starport I saw him building earlier. He's putting out lots of medevacs right now to accompany this large bio army. Medevacs not going to do enough good to keep his army alive in the midst of storms, but if he can get those EMPs off, they're going to keep his army alive after they stim, engaging with zealots and things very, very well. Lots of Templar though. Ooh, massive Templar. And here he goes in, engaging fighting kind of on the side, but that was a little bit to the disadvantage of Hasu. He didn't have his Templar in the mix, laying down storms. I like how he's doing this. He's laying down a storm in the path to his army as he retreats, basically forcing ClouD to not be able to pursue. And where is Hasu's army? He's putting a lot of Colossi out now, and just a few Zealots and Stalkers and Templar. He's just basically surviving off of spellcasters and high damage units alone, without really much meat in front of his army, which is what he needs. He needs a few more Stalkers and Zealots in the mix. He gets some Zealots in there as well, but I guess it makes sense he's using all of his gas on these high gas units like Colossi and Templar. It makes sense that he has more Zealots in the rest of his army, and they're going to be able to do pretty well with the charge, and as +2 weapons going on there as well. I think ClouD is ahead in weapons. Yeah, +3 weapons for ClouD here. A lot of medevacs as well. That is going to be able to do really well against just basic ground attack. But again, well, actually, feedback won't do much good on these medevacs at the moment, since they're so low on energy from all these stims and battles and things. But again, medevacs are going to be able to do pretty well in just kind of generally keeping his army alive if it comes to a ground battle. Medevacs are also, of course, liable to get stormed. I think he might do well to pump out a few Vikings. There we go. That's exactly what I was thinking. Pump out a few Vikings now that he's got significant medevac coverage. And look at this, just running away with this game. Look, he's planted down a Nexus. He's got a Nexus building before he sees this. Now he's going to come in here, kill off this planetary fortress pretty quick. No SCVs around to mass repair that PF, so it's going to go down very quickly, and he's going to be able to get his own Nexus up in that place. But it looks like a counterattack is going to come in towards the main here. Where are the Templar on top of the ridge doing a storm there. Does not dodge the storm very well. He's got a medevacs to kind of repair, but those troops are all very, very low on health. Not good at all. If he gets a couple Templar in the back and storms that army, oh, massive damage. Look at all the yellow. Look at all the yellow units right now in red. He basically needs to kill everything right now before these Templar come in here and storm him. More storms going off. Oh, absolutely obliterating that army. But in the meantime, so much damage going on. He's killing off all of the buildings, all of the warp gates, all of the tech as well. Templar Archives has gone down. This army needs to just do as much damage as possible. Medevacs overhead are trying to heal things up, but here comes the Colossi. More storms in the mix as well. Again, no meat army here going on. There's no meat to this army, so he's just able to run in and pick off those Colossi, despite the fact that they're doing significant major damage, and that army is going to go down. And here's the trick, though. In the meantime, whoa, I didn't even see this. I'm sorry. Following the main battle, it looks like he warped in a couple Zealots in the side here just to be annoying and try and draw his forces back, and also make sure he couldn't reinforce. Make sure this army couldn't charge up and finish the deal by attacking the front at the same time. Hasu is now trying to counterattack here with a few Templar, with basically his only army here. A few Templar going on. And it looks as if he can actually range that planetary fortress with those Colossi, doing a decent job of attacking that. It's going to get repaired up pretty quick, though, by all those SCVs. But anyway, what I was saying before is because of his massive income with the high yield, having this expansion up, ClouD has been able to rebuild his army very, very quickly. Very, very quickly, and now he's going to stomp down on this expansion over here. I like the fact that Hasu got his his Templar Archives back up before his Twilight Council died, and now it's just a matter of cleaning up these last few troops. I think he basically needed to stay back and defend a little bit, but he couldn't afford to. But he couldn't afford to. He needed to come and defend this base, and wow. So basically, forced to choose between sitting back and defending, or coming out here to defend this base. This base is going to go down pretty quickly. A little storm on those Vikings isn't going to do too much damage. So yeah, very, very, very bad situation here for Hasu. It looks like he is going to go down in this third game if things keep up this way. He does have a chance of getting back. He's distance mining this high yield right now. He's killing off the rocks so he can get an expansion down as well. I'm sorry I haven't had the production tab up for a while. And oh, I just saw a couple DTs. Being produced. There they are right now. I don't think he's going to be able to affect too much with this, though, because he's got a turret here in his natural that he can use if he comes in to try and kill this stuff. And wow, look at all these barracks. So many barracks. going down right now. It looks like, DTs are in the mix. He comm sets though, so he's going to see those Dark Templar. And is he? Oh, he's going to try and kill off this expansion. No, he's going to turn and try and kill the forces. No, he is targeting down the Nexus. Kills it off. Stims just move fire, move fire, move fire, and picks off the Nexus while it's being built, slowing that expansion down even further. He may have canceled it. I didn't catch if he canceled the Nexus. Either way, he was forced to cancel it if that's what the case was. But look at this. ClouD just has so much income right now. He's able to put out so many troops. He's killed off this expansion as well because Hasu was stuck with so little of an army. He couldn't move out and defend it. So basically, Hasu is only mining this base. He's got a ton of probes there going on right now. And now, ClouD going in for the kill. If he can stop mining at this high yield, that would be huge. Nice storms going down. He dodges the storms pretty well, though, as well. A decent force of medevacs overhead is going to keep those units from dying too long. Plus, they're a very marauder-heavy force. Here comes the Zealots in. The DTs as well in the mix. There's no comset going down. With all the Zealots attacking, he may not realize those DTs are in there. They're doing significant damage, but he moves and fires, finishes off the army, and without any income, Hasu GG's. Well, with very slight income, I guess, but basically he was about to lose this expansion again. He was obviously losing control of the front and was not able to fight off these massive forces. And he knew that that ClouD had a couple bases going, and he'd tried to harass them to no avail. Hasu GG's. ClouD takes the series, and a well-fought series indeed. I really thought that with the High Templar in the mix, Hasu was going to be able to do a better job, but basically he just kind of let ClouD get away with expanding to a couple bases at once down here. And then even though Hasu had a really good army composition, was able to storm and really take care of the ground forces very well, just didn't have enough forces to back it up. I mean, when that big battle happened in his main, he lost his main. Not only did he have to rebuild all of his tech and his warp gates, but he didn't really have much left at the end. He just had a few high-tech units, Colossi and Templar, and it just was not enough to stop the onslaught of bio units coming from ClouD. Anyway, good series, very, very well fought on both players' parts. GG, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.